Good morning. Ok, chào mừng các bạn trở lại với kênh dạy và học toán bằng tiếng Anh. Thì ngày hôm nay tôi sẽ xin giới thiệu cho các bạn và làm cái bài lecture về môn toán lớp 8. Và cái cuốn sách mà tôi sẽ dùng để ghi cái lecture ngày hôm nay sẽ là cái cuốn sách toán số 8, toán 8 của bộ của nhà xuất bản giáo dục. Cái cuốn sách này hình như là cũng khoảng 1 hoặc 2 năm rồi, nhưng mà nếu mà tôi không lầm thì bây giờ là họ vẫn sử dụng cái cuốn này. Okay, so before we start with the first chapter in 8th grade mathematics, we're gonna do some review. Okay, we do some review to see and do some recall on 7th and 6th grade mathematics. As we know so far, we already learned some basic property of 7th grade math, and one of the most important property we call it distribution property. Okay, so distribution or distributive property là khi chúng ta nhân một số với một tổng, chẳng hạn như chúng ta nhân số 2, we multiply 2 by x plus 3, for example. We're going to distribute it. We're going to distribute 2x and 2 times 3, right? So 2 times x is 2x plus 2 times 3 is 6. Và cái property này nếu mà mình nếu mà tôi không làm thì dịch ra tiếng Việt sẽ là nhân phép nhân một số với một tổng. Okay. So you see that in the 7th grade mathematics, we take one number, we multiply by the very simple sum, for example, like x plus 3 in this case, and or sometimes we have 4 times 1 plus 2, for example. Okay, then we may have like 4 times 1 is 4, or 4 times 2 is 8, we have 12, or we can use the mathematical operation PEMDAS rule. Cái PEMDAS rule là tôi đã giới thiệu cho các bạn từ cái when we do when we did the video on the 6th grade and 7th grade math. So we can calculate inside the parentheses here, which is give you 3, and you multiply by 4 give you 12. Okay, but for the lecture today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn something. It's just a little bit more advanced. We also apply the same property. We also use the distributive property. So this is a recall. Okay, this is a recall. So we're gonna start over here. We will start with the first chapter in this book. Okay, this is chapter 1, 8th grade. This is chapter 1, 8th grade mathematics. Okay, and chapter 1 talking about phép nhân và phép chia các đa thức. So multiplication and division of polynomial. Okay, đa thức polynomial, đa thức tiếng Việt là tiếng Anh là polynomial. Okay, and so again we also use the distributive property. In this case we use something we already learned in 7th grade math, something like a times b plus c equal to ab plus bc, ab plus ac. We distribute it. Okay, the number in front of parentheses into the value and the number inside the parentheses. Okay, And let me give you some example when we multiply two polynomial to each other. Okay, example. We have 5x times 3x squared minus 4x plus 1. Okay, so you can see over here we have two polynomial. Okay, the first one, the 5x here is called the monomial, gọi là đơn thức. Okay, and the second one we have more than two term. The second one here is called trinomial. Okay, trinomial là một cái polynomial mà có 3 cái term. Okay, có 3 cái term. So this is your first term, the second term, the second and the third one. If you have two term, for example, like 2x plus 1, okay, we call it binomial. Nhị thức. Okay. Còn trinomial we call it tam thức. Và khi mà bạn lên lớp khi các bạn lên lớp 9 á, thì các bạn sẽ học đến gọi là cái tam thức bậc 2. Okay. We will be learning how to graph and how to find zero of a trinomial. Okay. So anyway, so in this case we learn distributive property in this chapter, and we start again apply this property into this example right here. We will, so 5x times 3xy minus 4x plus 1 equal to, I'm going to start this folded up, so become 5x times 3x squared minus 5x times 4x plus 5x times 1, right? Excuse me. So over here we're gonna have what? We have 5x times will be 15x cubed minus 20x squared plus 5x, because 5x times 1 is 5x. So over here what we did was to multiply two power number x times x squared, and exponent over here is 1. We give you x to the third power. Cái này là các bạn nhân hai số lũy thừa với nhau cùng một cơ số, thì các bạn sẽ làm tổng hai cái lũy thừa. Ok, tính tổng hai cái lũy thừa. Chẳng hạn lũy thừa đây 1, lũy thừa đây là 2, thì các bạn cộng lại trở thành 3. Và so this concept we already learned in 7th grade mathematics also. So I'm not gonna go too deeply into that anymore. So I assume that you already know it. Okay, this is 7th grade math. Let's do another example. Example number 2. If we have something like negative 2 x to the third power times by x squared plus 5x minus 1/2 minus a half, and again I apply distributive property right here, so become negative x to the fifth power, because you add up the exponent 3 of 2, minus negative times 5 is negative 10 x to the 4, negative positive 2 divided by 2 is 1, so you have x to the third power. And it looks like that we have another trinomial, right? And the highest degree over here is the 5th degree, and we have is over here is another trinomial. It's on a trinomial here. Okay. So you see that in this example, we multiply a monomial by a polynomial. How about if we multiply a polynomial by another polynomial. Let's do another example. If we have x minus 2 times 6x squared minus 5x plus 1. So again, we're going to take the first term of the polynomial here. We have two polynomials. The first one is binomial, right? Because they have two terms. And the third one is trinomial because we have three terms. So each of this we call it term. Mà tiếng Việt dịch ra là hạng tử. I don't know. Tiếng Dịch có thể là hình như là okay, I don't know about it. So please, if you watch the video and you know the Vietnamese translation for the word term, just let me know. Okay, I think it's hạng tử. I'm not sure. Okay. So I'm gonna start distribute it. Again, I'm gonna take the first term, I distribute them in. So become what? 6x to the third power minus 5x squared plus x. And I'm going to distribute this one. Okay. So what we have will be a negative 12x squared, negative positive 10x, and negative 2. So can we stop right here? The answer is no, because we can combine like term. Nếu mà các bạn cộng cái số gọi là những cái hạng tử giống nhau thì các bạn phải simplify nó nếu mà thấy như vậy. So we have to combine like term. So you see the 6x to the third power over here, there's nothing similar to that, right? So I'm going to just go ahead and keep it. And we can combine these two term right here because they all x squared, so become negative 6x squared. And this one become 11x minus 2. So this is more than 3 term. This is let me call it polynomial. They have a specific name for that, but it is just a polynomial. Okay. So next one, on the next section, I'm gonna show you how to divide polynomial. So this is the first section. Okay. This is the second section. So in order to divide polynomial, we have two methods, and the method we were using for the lecture today is called long division. Let me see. A long division. I don't know. We should do long division right now because in the textbook I don't see that. So let me see. Because I try to follow the textbooks that are easier for you to study. So it looked like that we don't have to go through long division. Oh. Okay. So on the second section, this we're talking about, I don't think it's long division. We're talking about something called factor formula. Okay, cái này gọi là hằng đẳng thức đáng nhớ. Đẳng thức. Hằng đẳng thức đáng nhớ. So I'm gonna just go ahead and list all the factor formula for you, and we're gonna use this formula to expand or to factor polynomial. And the first one looks like very familiar to you guys already. The first one is a plus b squared equal a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay. So tiếng Anh của cái factor formula này gọi là the square of the sum. Square of the sum. Okay. Second one is a minus b squared will be a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. This is called difference of the sum. Tiếng Anh này gọi là difference of the sum. Okay. So you see that the first formula, the second formula, this kind is very look alike, right? And the only difference over here is the plus and the minus. The middle term, instead of having 2ab, we have negative 2ab. That's the only difference. And the third one, a squared minus b squared is a plus b times a minus b. And this is called difference of square. Difference of square. The fourth one is a plus b cubed, and this one can be expanded to a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed, and this is called cube of the sum. Okay. E. A minus b cubed will be a cubed minus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared minus b cubed. This is called cube of a difference. Okay. F. I think I'm going to use another paper. Okay. F is called square of the cube. No, we call sum of the cube. Sum of the cube. So a cube plus b cube equal a plus b, a square minus ab plus b square. G. A cube minus b cube is a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. So all of this formula right here, all of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they're all 7 formula over here. You have to memorize it. So because I think that if you memorize it, that it's easier for you to expand a polynomial, or it's easier for you to factor a polynomial. So let's go through some example. Okay. What if they give you something like x plus 1, x minus 1, and you see right away that this expression right here is in the form of difference of square, right? So you can convert this to x squared minus 1 square. It will be x squared minus 1 because I use this formula right here. Okay. Or if you have something like x squared minus 10x plus 25, and this one, you see that the middle term here, I can write it as negative 2πx, and the last term 25, I can write it as 5 squared, right? And you see that it has the form of square of the sum. This is your a, x is the a, 2a, b is 5. So this one I can write as x minus 5 totally square. So you see that I can factor right away the trinomial if I can apply the formula, right? Otherwise you have to use the method we already learned in 7 in order to factor polynomial. We can do the grouping, or we can use the trial and error method. I don't know that in Vietnam we use the trial and error method to factor. Okay, I don't know you use it to factor trinomial, but over here, as all students and learn how to factor polynomial or trinomial especially. There are 3 methods to do it, but I'm going to talk about this later when I'm going to do the second video in 6th grade and the 7th grade mathematics, and see like if they teach you how to factor trinomial with another method or not. I'm sure that they show you how to factor trinomial by grouping, okay? But by trial and error method, I don't think they ever taught you in Vietnam, okay? Let's do another example. Let's do another one. For example, like x plus 1 cube. I can expand this expression using the formula a plus b cube. So a in this case is x, b is 1. Okay, so become x cubed plus 3x squared 1 plus 3x1 squared plus 1 cube. So this one I can simplify it as x cubed plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 1. So I can use I can apply the formula to expand this expression easily, right? Instead of writing x plus 1 times x plus 1 times x plus 1 and start folding or start distributing, I'll just go ahead and apply the formula right away. Okay. And then let me give you another example using this formula right here. Okay. For example, like ax to the third power minus y to the third power. Let's see how I factor this. Okay, this expression I can write this as 2x totally to the third power, right? And this is y to the third power. So your a here, this is your b, and you see that if I apply the last formula here, your a is basically 2x, và cái hạng tử b á, hạng tử y basically là cái b. Okay, so ở đây ab số bị a minus b đúng không? 2x trừ y nhân với 2x bình. Okay, so I'm gonna use the bracket over here. Mình phải mở cái ngoặc vuông ở đây, mình làm kiểu giống như rất là chậm chạp để cho các bạn có thể thấy được. My plus ab to be a, b, it will be 2xy plus b squared. So this one can be rewritten as 2x minus y parentheses 4x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. And a lot of students kind of ask me that we have a formula for a4 minus the b4, or how about a minus b to the 5th power? How are we gonna do this? Do we have formula for this? That's the question. My answer is yes, but we will not learn it until you are in pre-calculus. Okay, so we're gonna learn how to expand this expression in maybe in 10th grade, I believe so. They use something called Pascal triangle, but for the E grade, please just you just need to memorize all these 7 formula right here. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have to do next for the next couple minutes. Okay, so for the next session, we're talking about how to factor polynomial, and it looks like we don't have enough time right now. So I think that's all for the lecture today. Nếu các bạn học sinh nếu mà tụi con thích cái video này, tụi con thấy cái video này thực sự là rất là hữu ích, thì tụi con like cái kênh và tiếp tục update cái video ở cái kênh trong một vài bữa nữa. So yes, so if you like the video, you think this video is very helpful, and go ahead and subscribe my channel, and we're gonna talk about maybe in the next video I'm gonna talk about the 9th grade mathematics, then I'm going back to the 6th grade, and the 8th grade. We're gonna talk about the 8th grade in the next week. Cái tuần tới thì thầy sẽ ghi cái lecture về phân tích thành nhân tử các đại thức. Okay, so yes, so I think that's all for the lecture today, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.